So, my name is William Parry. I am a developer at Leo Burnett, Sydney, and I like to bend websites to my will. So, I thought I'd just start off with a demo. Now, take for example, this old forlorn website. So, its brothers and sisters, Gmail and Google Reader and all that stuff, have all grown up and they've got fantastic new Google Plus themes. But this one's been left behind, and I'm a bit OCD. So what I like to do is I just went in and I just imagine that I click this. I did some CSS, and this basically just transformed the page to looking like Google Plus, and that's roughly around 500 lines of code. So then I thought, it's not that much. And so then I thought, well, google.com has a really cool feature on it, which is a speech-to-text thing on its search field. And I thought that would be really neat to have on my bar up there. So I just added that in. All I did is I just adjusted some properties and put that in. I don't really want to test it. Great. Maybe I said it wrong. No. So it doesn't work all that well, but it's just added that functionality back in. So I suppose you're wondering what sort of arcane arts I use to do that. Well, what I did is I used content scripts. So Chrome extensions allow you to insert CSS and JavaScript files onto any web page that you like. And you can do that using match patterns. So that one there would insert your scripts and your CSS on any page on lol.com. But you can go right down and specify individual pages. What you can also do is you can inject these things programmatically. So what are some of the things that you can do? Well, because you have full access to the DOM, you can increase accessibility of pages. So increase the font size. If it's an old intranet and it's got really small font size, you can just blow that all up. And you can adjust the color contrast ratio for people who need higher contrast. But also, because you have full access to the DOM again, you can add functionality, just like I did that speech-to-text thing. And you can streamline processes. So, for example, OAuth. Now, in an extension environment, OAuth, you shouldn't store your credentials in your extension. So you usually go through a proxy server. And what happens is when the end of that proxy server's OAuth part, it gives you a verifier code. What it does is it asks you to type that back in, which is pretty bad user experience. Using a content script, you can just grab that verifier code, feed that back into your extension, and be on your way. So the user doesn't even see that. It's nice and streamlined. You can also automate things. So say WordPress, you go into your dashboard, you don't want to have to deal with spam. You simply write a content script which goes through the DOM, ticks all the checkboxes, and then clicks the submit button for you. It does that all automated. So roughly how does this work? Well, you have the page, and that page DOM is used by the page script and the page style. But also there comes along your scripts and your styles, and they are completely separate. So they both modify the DOM, but your script is completely separate to the page script. They don't know about each other. And that means that you can have libraries on one in your extension and not conflict with libraries in the page. And it's also really good for security. So, as mentioned before, there's a whole bunch of cool things you can do with CSS3. And as Chrome is a single platform, and you can use CSS3 selectors, you can do really cool things. You can do animation, you can play with the WebKit things, and you also get access to JavaScript 1.8. JavaScript 1.8 has document query selector all, or another name for that is the jQuery selector engine for browsers that have this in it. And you get to play with Canvas and all the other goodies. So I've got one more demo. And that is, so it is there. So what I thought I'd do, a little bit contrived, is I would show how you can manipulate the DOM to, say, add a bookmark. So I just selected that using a trigger. It's going to go loading. Loading. Did I show you the drop-down menus? It took me ages. Okay, so there's just I'm just filling in all these fields. And notice how I put the text-to-speech thing in there? You can easily do that, just setting a property. You can automate anything on a web page that you like. And it's going to add it now. And wait. And there we have it, my Twitter account. It's right there. Now I'm just going to delete it because I don't actually want it there. It's going to delete it. So you can automate anything that you like. It's also good for playing pranks on people. And let's say you've built this amazing script/prank and you want to share it with your friends. It's very easy. You just go pack extension, choose that there, go OK. And it gives you a CRX file. Now that's a file you can send to people, link to it. They just drag and drop it and it installs it for them. That's really good if you're in a business and they're using some horrific system with bad user interface. And you've come along and you've cleaned it all up for them and it's nice and easy to use. So then that, hang on. Oh shit, it's going to be really disappointing. And you ready for it? Thanks.